this magnificent country into great prosperity. I'm going to take the hands of all the little girls and little boys lost in the country. It is my duty to lead them towards a bright and successful future. As every boat heads towards Ellis and Angel Island, every person on that ship is treated the same way. Whether they are poor, wealthy, old, or young, they're coming to this country as an equal. Even the Chinese will be allowed in this country under my presidency. The Chinese Exclusion Act is no more if I get elected. All the greats of this country have led it out of hard times and into great ones. Abraham Lincoln, who ended slavery. George Washington, who found this country and fought for its freedom. Now it is my turn to push for immigrants to come into this country and help it thrive and into great industrialization and prosperity. I would like to raise the living standards of these fine immigrants, many of whom are concerned about why I haven't touched the economy. The economy is secondary to the citizens of this country. The economy may go down, but it will always come back up. As kids of those settled here grow up and become adults, they will get jobs. The economy will grow with them. The more opportunities will give these fine folk the better jobs and living standards. Some of you here were in the same position as them. Your parents were poor and had no food when they always gave up theirs for yours. Now I want you to do the same and give a little to those that struggle. Please don't forget where you came from. We were all once on a ship crossing the sea to get here. I just hope we can live up to the expectations that you expected all those years ago. Thank you for taking this time to listen and enjoy. Goodbye for now. Hello, I am Jimmy J. Durgan, and I want to be your president. I have good intentions for our country. I've grown up here and experienced it all. I have always wished to lead our country and fix all our problems.
Hello, Mr. Jurgen. I am a poor immigrant that has nothing to live off. Can I please get some assistance?
Of course, good man. No one should ever be treated so harshly here. Here, get up.
Thank you so much. You're such a kind person and caring politician.
Why, thank you. But I will always want the best for our country and for these poor immigrants in need.
Mr. Jurgen, if we get into the country, will we be able to live our best lives?
Yes, you will have a job and be able to own land and have a house. To answer your question, your life will be better than your previous life.
Mr. Jurgen, in America, will us immigrants be treated just like other U.S. citizens?
Of course you will. Once you are in this country, we will accept you and you will be a faithful and legal U.S. citizen just like the rest of us.
Thank you, Mr. Jurgen. All of us immigrants really need you as our future president.
Hello, my name is Hayden Peoples, and I'm an interviewer here today with Jimmy J. Jurgen, a candidate for this election. And just to start off the interview, we'll talk about yourself a little bit. How did you gain an interest to get into politics, and when was that and why?
In college, I studied political science where my interest grew. My father, the great Drew A. Jurgen, was mayor of New York City for 8 years. I became more interested in modern issues when I saw at firsthand the living conditions that the immigrants faced every day.
All right, Jimmy, I'm going to ask you a couple questions if you could answer them for me. What are the goals for the progression of the United States?
When I do get voted into office, I will hopefully distinguish all the immigrant restrictions, laws, and acts that are limiting them.
Now, Mr. Jurgen, do you see yourself as being successful in this and in distinguishing the immigrant restriction laws?
In office, I believe there may be a few disagreements around the House, but I believe this country may continue to suffer with having wandering, struggling immigrants run the border and country.
Now, Jimmy, are there any specific laws?
I will tend to focus on the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 and the Immigration Act of 1891. I will try to lessen the restrictions or just get rid of them completely.
Why do you choose to focus on the immigration laws rather than exploring and building more in the economy?
Because your citizens always come first. As the population grows, more jobs and industries will appear, and the economy will grow with them.
Jimmy, this is question 6. Do you feel the economy is important?
The economy is very important, but my citizens always come first no matter what. As more industries grow and emerge, the economy will follow with it.
Okay. What other things will you focus on during your presidency if you get voted?
One of the major things I want to focus on in my presidency is raising the building industry and building successful businesses. I want immigrants to be able to build successful businesses and a successful industry.
Jimmy, this is question 8, and a lot of people are wondering this. How would you demonstrate your leadership?
I am very willing to help everyone, and I am open to all ideas. I want to adapt to all people's needs to the best of my ability.
Now, Mr. Jurgen, how are you going to monitor the performance of the people that you have to lead, like the immigrants and the citizens?
I want my organization to go around every 5 years and monitor the performance of people, including building industry sectors, new industries that are appearing, and the overall economy and well-being of the country.
All right, Jimmy, going into question 10. What strengths would you say you would bring as a president?
I would hope to bring this country together into accepting our welcoming immigrants and bring peaceful bonds between everyone.
Now, that's a very good answer, but I'm sure you know that not everybody will always agree with you. Now, a lot of U.S. citizens are not on your side with the helping the immigrants and helping immigration laws. So, how would you respond to the criticism and hate coming from your country's people?
Hate comes with success. Every person has been hated on at one point in their life. I can say truthfully, hate motivates me to do better and better every day.
All right, Jimmy. This is question 12. And what values do you think you would bring as a leader?
Making sure everyone, including immigrants, get treated equal and with respect. I want to increase the economy while also getting better lives for hard-working folks.
Mr. Jurgen, I'm sure you're aware that people working at the borders are not on your side either. They aren't as accepting as you are to these immigrants. Now, what would you physically do to help the immigrants at the borders specifically?
At the borders, I'll continue to let ships of incoming immigrants into this country and pass through the borders. They are all free as soon as they enter through that border.
All right, going on to question 14, Jimmy. Do you think business owners will allow immigrants to work for them?
If I become elected, it will be the law. There will be no discrimination against immigrants in the workplace. If business owners do not cooperate, then they will be punished with fines and or jail time.
All right. Finally, for the last question, I'm sure that this will be a good, positive answer, but just to make it clear, how will the immigrants be treated in the country when they are welcomed by you if you are voted president?
All immigrants coming into this country will be respected and treated with dignity. The process to be accepted will be reformed and there will be less strict restrictions. No children again will be separated from their parents. Also, if needed, we can guide the immigrants through life the first 3 days they're in this country.